Hello, Reading Group 2. We're going to learn a new letter today and put it into some new words. We're going to learn some new homonyms also. So if you still have your homonym page that we made a couple of lessons ago, I need you to find it and pull it out because we're going to add some new words to it. Okay, we're going to do a quick review. So let's review some of our words we learned in our last lesson. Okay. So this one, we learned the letter K in the last lesson, and we put it with our twins, and that says keel. Remember, we learned that a keel is that board on the bottom of a boat that helps you steer the boat so you can get it to go in the right direction. The next word we learned was meek, and we talked about how a bunny rabbit or a bird is a meek animal. If you tried to walk up to it, it would run and hide because they're very meek. But a lion or a tiger or a bear, they are not meek animals. If you walked up to one of them, they would turn and attack you. They would not run away. They are not meek. They are wild and dangerous. All right, another word that we learned was seek. Seek, like as in the game hide and go seek. He is the seeker, which means he has to go find everyone after they've all hidden. Okay, another word that we talked about a little bit was the word peek. Like if you are hiding behind your hands and you open and you look through, you are peeking at the word peek. We're peeking, there it is, peek. Okay, so that's our review. Now we're going to go ahead and look at our next letter. This is a picture of a house. And what is the first sound we hear in the word house? It's a very quiet sound. You have to use your throat to make the sound and push your breath through your open mouth. Okay, let's talk about whether we hear the sound in these words. Do you hear in help? Say the word help. Help. Do you hear? Okay, good. Let's try brain. Say brain. Did you ever hear brain? Good, it's not there. It is not there. Okay, now let's try to find where is our sound hiding in one of these rooms. Remember, we used to do these. Okay, where is hiding in the word hug? Hug. Hug. Is it in the front room, the middle room, or the back room? Hug. Good. Is right there in the front room. Let's try another one. Unhappy. 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 Where's the in the middle room? Okay, let's learn how to write the letter. Okay, we're going to start on the roof. This is another Santa Claus letter. We land on the roof. We go down through the chimney, through the ceiling, and down to the first floor. But we do not pick up our pencil. We leave our pencil on the paper. We bounce off the floor, go all the way up to the ceiling before you go over and back down. If you go back up and you don't trace your way back up, it kind of looks like that, where there's that space in between there. So we don't want to do that. So make sure that when you come back up, that you trace your way back up to the ceiling. So start on the roof, go all the way down, trace your way all the way back up. We're tracing, tracing, tracing. When we get to the ceiling, then we can go over. One last time, start on the roof, down, trace back up, and then go over. And that way we don't have that funny, silly little space in between there. Okay. You're going to get some practice writing these in one of the worksheets that I'm going to assign to you, but we're going to go ahead and move on and look at some words that have our sound in them. All right, let's look at this one. What sound do these friends make? Remember, A is the line leader. He's wearing the peanut butter costume, so he's saying his name, and I has to be quiet. A, hey, hail. Another trick, remember, when we're reading these words is if you get confused, to cover up that last sound, figure out what the first part of the word says first and then add the last sound. So let's try that on this one. Our friends say A. We always start with our friends. A. Now go to here. A. Slide it together. A. A. Ray. Now add the last sound. Ray. Rain. All right, let's look at this one. Start with the friends. Cover up the last sound. A. A. Hey. Like our first one that we did. Hey. But this one doesn't end with an ul. It ends with an Hey. Hair. Hair. Like the hair on your head. Okay, let's look at this one. What sound do these friends make? Oh, we just learned them. E. Cover up. E. He. Here. Here. I hear you. Good job. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to look at some of our homonyms. Do you have your homonym paper? Remember when we added meat and we drew the eyeballs on the two E's and we put teeth inside the A, and deer and deer? This deer is the animal. This is like Dear Santa Claus. And we did seem and seam. This is like you seem tired. I've got to look at you. And this is the seam in your clothing that sometimes we get a hole in. The next two that we're adding are these two at the bottom. Okay, so you need to add the heel with the twins and the heel with the friends to your paper. The heel with the twins is like the heel on your foot. Do you see this picture of the heel? Okay. How many of these do we have in our body? Yep, that's right. We've got two of them, one on each foot. So that's for our two E's. We've got two E's and we've got two heels. So this is the heel on your foot because you've got two of them, which means this heel is something different because it doesn't have two E's. This is if you've got a cut or a scratch, you need to put a Band-Aid on it so that it can heal. So draw a Band-Aid on the L to remind us that this one, because it doesn't have two E's, this is the one like you're going to heal your cut on your finger. Heal. Okay, do we have those two drawn? Our next two, and you're going to add them just like these, but I don't have a paper that looks exactly like that. But you're going to put peek with the twins under here. So you're going to write peek with the twins and then peek with the friends on this side. So it's going to look like this. Peek with the twins and peek with the friends. Yes, so we're adding to our homonym list. Okay. Which peek do you think is the one like I'm going to peek at you from behind the tree? What do we have to use to peek at someone? We have to use our two eyeballs. Which one has the two eyeballs? That's right, this one. So you're going to draw two eyeballs inside and draw eyelashes to make it look like peeking. Okay, now that means this peek means something else. Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this E, this A that's in the word peek, and we're going to trade it out for a capital A. We sure are. Now look, I'm going to put a jagged line across it. Now it looks like the peak of a mountain. The very top of a mountain is the peak of a mountain. So P-E-A-K is the peak of a mountain, and P-E-E-K is I'm going to peek at you from behind something. Okay, so we've learned two new homonyms. We learned a new letter. We learned some new words. Now we're going to look at our worksheets for this part of our lesson. Okay, so I'm going to give you this one. This is page 62. And you're going to take a crayon of your choice and trace the H's. Remember to start at the top, start on the roof, go down to the floor, trace it back up, and then go over. Start on the roof, go down to the floor, trace it back up, and then go over. Okay, then you're going to come down here, and underneath each H, I want you to write one. So there's one, put one underneath it. There's one, put one underneath it. Okay. Then I'm going to give you a word search, which you can do with a highlighter or a crayon. And you're going to find all of these words up here in the top inside the puzzle. The last page. Which of these words did we draw eyeballs inside of? Because they have to do with our eyes. So I want you to look. This is work with your homonyms. So you're going to get your homonym list out. And I want you to find the ones that we drew eyeballs in. And I want you to draw a line from those words to the eyeballs. Down here at the bottom, I want you to choose. Look, our choice is meat or meat. Those are both the same word, but they're not the same because this one has the twins and that one has the friends. Which meat do you need to fill in this blank? So you're going to read the sentence and decide, are they talking about the meat, like I'm going to meet you there with my two eyeballs, I'm going to look for you? Or is this the meat that we eat? So you need to fill in the right one in that sentence after you've read it. You might want to have your homonym list handy to help you out with this paper, okay? All right. Then for your reading practice for this lesson, I want you to look at page number 37. So this is page 37 right here, okay? And you can read pretty much any of these sentences on this page. So you're going to read all of those sentences if you can handle it. If you can read all of those, that's great. And I want you to practice reading those sentences for me. We're not going to do any work with them. I don't need you to draw pictures or anything like that this time around because I did give you quite a few worksheets to do. So you're going to do those worksheets and you're going to read these sentences and make sure you do your homonyms on a piece of paper. Okay, that's it for this lesson. I will see you next time. I can't wait to see your work sent to me.